Oh, blimey, that was rushing about. I thought it was organised. And I thought, oh no, I need that, I need that, I need that. Blimey, that was a panic. I didn't even do the 30-second thing. Oh, I just went up 3 flights of stairs. Oh, blimey. Spoopy Halloween stuff, Spinny. Hello, mate. So who we got in? Lynn was first one in. Hello, Lynn. Nice to see you, Chuck. And then Scott was in and Spid is in. Evening, Spid. Oh, afternoon, Spid. Morning, Spid. No, he's in Scotland there. Afternoon, Spid. Morning, Lynn. Yeah, that'll do. Oh, you know, that nearly killed me, that did. Blimey. That makes me think I was all organised. Oh, proper cup of tea. Look, Dad, proper blue. Anyway, here we go. How to turn a literally £1 Halloween decoration from a pound shop in the UK into something that's going to resemble the thumbnail that I put up for this. That's the plan. It's an entrance to a dungeon. It can be used for D&D in, or it can just be used as a piece of scenery on a tabletop wargaming. So let's crack on with it, shall we? Hey, blimey. I'll get my breath back in a second. Right, so let's put that to one side a sec. What we're going to do, we're going to use a bit of that, a bit of that. Now I found a piece, luckily, I found a piece of polystyrene that was wedge shaped, which is quite handy. And I've just marked out the back of it. So it'll be very simply, very quickly and easily, hopefully easily. Oh no, it might not, oh no, that's not wide enough. We're going to have to go old school. Old school. I want to find one, there's one up here. In this tub up here. We'll have to go old school then. Oh, is that right through you? Oh. I know Spid's probably sat at home now going, oh, my teeth. Right, we don't need that bit for now. We might lose it later. I don't know, we might use it later. No, we can get in with this thing now. And just start chopping away at the back of it. Make it look a bit rocky and bumpy and lumpy and oh. I should really get one of the bigger ones. Oh no, just it's unhooked. Hang on. I'm having a moment. There we go. Right, warm up again. There we go. It's been one of them disorganised days today. The only part of my day today has been organised is sitting in Costa. Went into town, did the usual, got the sweeties and the drinks and that, the biscuits to the man cave. Went to my local Tesco's and picked up Mortal Girls magazine. This one is Sigma Reinforcements by the look of it. I got myself that. I dipped out last week. I couldn't get the Sigma statue, but it's not important. It's not important. It's not important. That. Now what do we want to do? Now we want to find out. Come here, Yorick. That's poor Yorick. I knew him well. Stick Yorick there. And what we need to do is we need to cut him out a little bit. So we'll give him a bit of a trace round. Only roughly, doesn't need to be, because we're going to be using fillers and hot blues and all sorts. This actually prove a bit challenging with this, but no one. We'll give it a go. We'll give it a go. I should really get one of the longer ones, shouldn't I, with the bigger gap. There is one I've seen. It's got a yellow handle. It's huge. Come on, don't go cold on me now. Let's do it that way. I'll pop that bit out. Pop. Warm him up again. Come on. This sometimes is the right moment. I don't know why. I just don't want to heat up so much and work. It's a strange piece sometimes. Mind you, it wasn't cheap on eBay. It was like 3 or 4 quid on eBay. Can't expect miracles really, but I expect it to work occasionally. I think it gets to a point where gets to a certain thickness where it doesn't like it, I think. And it doesn't want to work. We may have to resort to knifing a bit. Come on. I might have to do a little bit at a time. Hey, we're not in a rush. We've got till 3 o'clock-ish. Yeah, we may have to resort to old-fashioned method. We got so much out of that. Besides, this probably does this set your teeth on edge? Jeff's in as well. Can he go from Mongo? Hello, Jeff. How's America today? Actually, I was quite. I watched a thing on YouTube. It's obviously true because it's on, on YouTube, about Yellowstone National Park and the super volcano, and they're having lots of earthquakes again. It's quite worrying. So if you're anywhere near there, Jeff, Lynn, I know you're not. You're in New Mexico, aren't you? So you're quite. Actually, are you quite? Yeah, you're quite a way away from the Yellowstone National Park, aren't you? Not sure about Jeff. I'd move if I were you, mate. North of Canada, something like that. Mind you, I suppose if that goes down, we've all had it, haven't we, really, in the end? Nuclear winter and no crops and starving to death. And, it's 2020. Who knows what might happen today? Exactly. You're living in what Terry Pratchett would call interesting times, Jeff. Over there. It's like if this was a computer game, 2020, I think the Yellowstone Cold Era will be the final boss of the year, and then we're all screwed then. I should. Oh, missed a bit there. Put that there. Put that away before the fox would stab it himself. Now he should-ish. No, I might take a bit more out. I might take a bit more out, making a bit. It's a bit of a comfy fit, that one. That's all we're going to do, just I want it to fit snug, but not quite as snug as that. We'll take a bit more out of here. And there's a big gap, so we can just fill it in with a filler and that anyway. And I am going to use, I'm going to cast some rocks in a bit as well. We'll do some of that in a minute. for next week. Because this week what we'll do is we'll basically get it down, get it stuck to the board and get the filler on it, and then I'll make some rock moulds, and then next week we can stick it all together and give it a paint, and hopefully it will be done. So I don't intend to finish this today. It's going to be a bit of a longer job than that. Come on, warm up. That's only a good thing anyway for me. And I think still kicking out a bit much in certain places. Come on. Thank you. Must be batteries again. I think the battery might be going a bit actually. It's not heating up as much as it used to. Because when I first got it, that used to fly through this stuff. It may be the batteries. Never thought of that. We'll get there. Keep trimming away and trimming away. That's getting there. So we want to shave a bit off here. We'll think a bit more of this bit, and we should be. We should be getting there then. Come on, get warm. Thank you. And that's the other thing as well. Once you've gone through with this, and it cauterizes it a little bit and makes it quite hard on the edge. Right, I reckon that we're just about to do it at a bit of an angle. Just looking at that picture, that's a bit of an angle. I reckon that we'll just about do it like that, and then once we've got all the filler in, all the rocks around it, it'll start to look like what we want. What I want to do now is just level off the edges a little bit. Come on. Yeah, my batteries are definitely going in this thing. Old-fashioned method. Put it on next week's shopping list, batteries. Not that this bit's overly important because we are going to cover this in rock and that mould. The beauty of making the moulds as well yourself with plaster Paris is you can make them and then break them up. So you make like a big sheet of rock and then just smash it up, and then you can just put it together like a bit of a mosaic disco puzzle sort of idea. Okay, like the bin. Put that there. I need to hoover anyway later. I still haven't. I had some bits of plaster in a cup the other day and knocked it off, and I still haven't hoovered from the other day. So I've got to hoover anyway. So Who else? Kevin Stevens in. Hello, Kevin. Hope you're feeling well, mate. This is just a little silly thing, mate. It's not. Let's get him in. And out a bit of an angle like that. I think that's what we want. A bit of a. Yeah. Right. Put the hot glue gun in. There he is. There he is. Glue guns. See what I did earlier as well is obviously to save a bit of time, cut the back end of it off and then primed the outside of it and then painted the inside black just to be on the safe side. But that was just cheap rattle can stuff. Right, so we'll stick that on to wham up. Put it there. Have a look at chat. It's very quiet today. Where's Dad? Dad's not in yet. Dad must be at care on with Eileen. Oh dear. So what's everybody else working on? Kevin, what are you working on? Jeff? Spid? What Spid, what have you actually done anything lately? Oh, that's nice. That is a nice cup of tea. Oh, I tell you what I did get today. I got these from the same shop. And that one needs a new battery in it. They got little LEDs in the bottom. But these were £1 each. And the dome and the plastic base is only hot glued together, looking at it. And for £1 each, to put a single miniature in as a display piece, take that off, whip that stuff away, that bit of card with glitter on it. Looks quite nice actually for Halloween, you think. But for £1, that will make a really nice case to put a miniature in. Just a single display piece. Why not? I thought, why not? For £1, I'll have a couple. In fact, I might even nip back and get a few more for that price. Can we see how easy these come apart? So that's hot. Yeah, it's only hot glue. Maybe not use something as flexible as that, because I will do a fox and stab myself. Yeah, there's only hot glue in. That won't take long to get that out of there. Cool. Right, we'll have a crack at that. Alright, talking of hot glue. The best thing to do, if we glue Yorick to that first. Look at me calling him Yorick over these names. That's it now. So we'll just glue him in there. Squeeze them down there, it don't matter none. Maybe a couple of seconds to go off. Electric's done tomorrow in the cave. See? Honestly, Kev, it's the best thing in the world, mate. The man cave is the best thing in the world. It really is. I love it in here. I spend my life in here when I'm not at work and eating with her and the kids. It's great. It's great. It's like your own space. You can leave things on your bench. That's the nice thing. Back in the day, I mean, before the man cave, we've all done it. We've all had a tea tray on my knee or at the kitchen table. In the old house, that's all we had. We didn't have the room, so I used to build 1-350 battleships on the kitchen table, and then, you know, it was right. It's time to pack away because I'm going to dinner in a bit. You know, and it was a pain, an absolute pain. But now it's great because you can do something like this, and then you can just leave it. You know, right, go for dinner, leave it there. You know, time for bed, right, leave it there. Go to bed, come back in the morning, it's still there. It's great. That's the best bit about the man cave, honestly. You can just leave your stuff where it was. All your paint's out ready. Love it. Love it. And it's like a little fortress of solitude as well. Although I can imagine you'll be sharing yours, won't you? Somebody wanted to be doing a diamond art in there as well. But mind you, with the same here, I've got, this is my art, that's Tommy's. Over there, that's Tommy's bit. That's back of Tommy's chair. And he's got the same. I bought 2 desks the same. A bit of a mistake because I didn't get big enough desks really. But, you know, it is what it is. It is what it is. So, and then mine's here, Tommy's the other side of the room. The fish tank behind me, my other hobby. Tommy's got his fish tank in his bedroom. I've got the big one in the lounge. It's nice. It's nice. And everything's set up in here. 2 screens, got PC, 2 screens, TV with the old Virgin V6 box thing. It's great. Great. The only thing she won't let me have up here, she won't let me have. I've got a kettle, but it's only for like model making. It's not for. She won't let me have a mini fridge in here and tea and coffee, because then she said I would never see you. Jeff's got a small plaque on the door. His man cave that says "Fortune of Solitude." Yeah, it is great to have. It is really good. And it, Jeff, having a room that's just my model room. I've got one. I've got a plaque up. Dad gave me actually. I've got one my daughter bought me that says "Dad's Man Cave," where manly men do manly things. And then I got one up there that Dad sent me that says "Beware, you are now entering Dave's Man Cave. My cave, my rules." So yeah, that's Tommy doesn't like that one. Dad sent me that one. Thanks, Dad. Right, let's stick a bit more in there. Give it a bit of. Make sure you're well and truly in there. There you go. He ain't going nowhere, are you, mate? Right. So the next thing we need to do is unplug this, because now we don't need that now. We don't need it. We might need it later, but at the moment we don't need that now. Right. So the next thing we're going to do is going to get messy. Yeah, it's messy time. It's just polystyrene everywhere. So I'll Hoover. I'll get the Hoover up. Right. Messy time. So we want some of that. This is all-purpose filler. It's just wall filler. It's pre-made. You could get the powder stuff to mix it yourself. Some stuff, and that was £1. So far, this has cost us £1. Well, about 50 pence worth of that stuff, and a bit of polystyrene at the packing crate. I can't remember what it came from. Some furniture that she's bought. Don't talk about furniture. We've got new sofas. It's got a new huge big rug downstairs. I'm not a fan of carpets. I prefer, wooden floors or tile floors. It's just I've grown up most of my working life working abroad, working in France and Italy and places like that. And carpets are quite rare. And I quite like the fact that it's a lot cleaner. I'm not a big fan of carpets. But she's just bought. I had downstairs in our lounge was floored. There was no carpet down there for years. But she's decided that it's quite cold on the floor, so now I want carpet. I said, well, yeah. We had a bit of a discussion. So she bought a rug. And bearing in mind, my lounge is 19 feet by 18'6" with a cut out bit because we've got an internal porch just round from garden doors. And so she bought a rug. it might as well have been a carpet. There's like 2-inch gap all the way around. I thought, what was the point of having a discussion that I don't like carpet and I don't want it down? Never mind. Never mind. And the new sofa's turned up and she wants this. Oh, and then my coffee table went. Don't talk to me about the coffee table. Don't. She got these 2 little things. Seriously, they're like the size of a dinner plate. Why? Why did it? I don't. And the hollow, there's like a metal framework around them, and she's got a big wooden bowl in the bottom with pot puree and things in it. And it's just don't bother. Don't. Right. Anyway, Mr. Sutherland, your turn now, sir. Bend over, please. Let's get these things on. I hate these things. Oh, Chris is in. Hello, Chris. Till another customer comes in. What, you've had a customer today? Steady on, Chris. Steady on, mate. Don't you go overworking yourself, mate. No, none of that shenanigans. Oh, I hate putting these things on. Oh my, but I've not got the world's biggest hands either, and yet I always seem to. I'd never make a doctor, would I? Temperature, I want to put my bloody gloves on. Lynn's back again. Well, did he go somewhere, Lynn? Because she was in earlier. Yeah, you need good customers, Chris. Jeff says you don't horrible customers. Mind you, I don't suppose you get many horrible customers in Windsor, push. Debbie. Excuse me, Mr. Watchmaker, can you fix my Rolex, please? Right, so let's get some of this in it. Right, it's time to do a TED, and all we're going to do, I'm going to slap it on. Doesn't matter if it goes up the side. Literally, we're just going to slap it on. I'm going to just blend it all in. So at the end of the day, this is supposed to be some fossilized giant skull. And a load of rockwork, so the nice thing is it'll all blend in together. That's the plan. That's the plan. And then what we can do is leave this then until next week. It'll be nice and dry by then. Doesn't matter if it goes on the skull. We want it to look like that at the end of the day. I don't know where that picture is from that I used as a thumbnail. I'll just typed in on Google search and then clicked images and it came up. Oh, that's nice. I like that. I don't know what it's from. Let's just get that off my chair. I love this stuff. You just dollop it on. Ted will be in his element with this, slapping it on. And then next week, we're going to add to this anyway next week, because we'll be, what I'll do in a minute after we've done this, put it aside to dry. We'll get our tinfoil moulds and we'll start making some, I'll start making some plaster of Paris rocks to cover this in. So we'll be adding some more of this on top later on. Don't have to worry too much about the back. As it's for D&D in this house. We might use it occasionally as a bit of scenery for Age of Sigmar stuff, especially with the Night Hawks and the Ghosties and the Goonies I use. Although I am starting to build up my Sylvaneth army now, which is I quite like. But they're very difficult to play apparently. They're very temperamental to play. You're very, what's the right word I'm looking for? I don't really know. What's the word I'm looking for? It'll come to me in a minute. If the scenario is right, they're perfect. Very good army to play. They're very strategic. But they've got to be in the right sort of scenario for their strategies to work. Right. You know what? That'll do for that. That'll do, donkey. That'll do. Actually, no, it won't, will it? What we'll have to do, looking at it, that's sticking some inside and it looks silly. That's better. We'll have to work on that later. Off camera, I'll get some of this in there. I'm not talking about now because it's going to involve sticks and things and poking it in. Right, let's get these things off, get these in the bin. That was messy. Oh, no, that's not passing on properly. That'll be dry and oval tomorrow if I don't do that. And we've made a mess. But not to worry, I am prepared for mess. Right, for those of you that are thinking of, oh, looks natural's in. Hello, my old friend. Are you not at work? Why are you not at work, mate? What's going on? That character there, Nook's natural, lovely fella. Used to work with me years. Well, actually, yeah, it's a couple of years ago now, isn't it, since you left? Another one that does a fantastic job. Yeah, he works for the Royal Navy Charities now. I'm thoroughly enjoying it, aren't you, mate? It was nice to see you. It's nice for you nipping in and having a saying hello. Blimey. Blimey. I was, just before this, mate, I was playing World of Warcraft. And I was getting bored. I was camping for that blooming moose, spirit beast. And I've been sitting there for hours and hours and hours. And then suddenly realised, oh, blimey. And it was a mad rush to get everything organised. And I still wasn't organised. I started 2 or 3 minutes late. So it is, you know, you get involved in World of Warcraft. Right then, so what we'll do now, we're going to scoop that to one side. Stick that to one side. We'll put it on Tommy's bench for now and then move it before he comes home from school. Otherwise he moans at me. Putting things on his bench. He tells me. Right, so we'll stick that there, out of the way. Leave that dry for a bit. Right then. Oh, do you know, I might just have a swig of my cup of tea in a proper coloured cup, Dad. He's not on, but he'll see this in a minute. Proper coloured cup. You got the week off. Cool. I'm off till November the 8th. I think it's the 8th. Sunday the 8th, and then the following week I'm off. So I shall be doing things in here in the cave and probably playing more World of Warcraft, to be honest. Waiting for the Buffering. Who's buffering? Paul, are you buffering? You are. Is it 3 years? Blimey. It doesn't seem that long, does it? Actually, mind you, you do nip in with the girlfriend shopping occasionally. So, right then, what we're going to do next? Let's get some of this. We'll get some of this then, shall we? We don't need that. Put that in there out of the way. We don't need that now. Well, in a bit. Get in there. Stick that in the bin. Well, that there. We don't want that. We'll just get a bit of silver foil, or wrinkle it and crinkle it. Spid's back. Where have we been? Spid, where? Did you go somewhere? All this time I was talking to you, I was talking to myself. You disappeared, didn't you? Yes, Spid. Thanks, mate. I'll just talk to myself. Right, so we'll just make a bit of moulds. Any rough old shape will do. It's rocks at the end of the day. Hold it over and make a ridge. Make a room for it to sit in. See, the thing with this is, the rougher you are, the better your rocks will turn out. Right, I think that should do. That should be about enough actually to cover, because we're going to smash it all up and then cover it up like a mosaic. One side, we'll get some of that. Disposable plastic drinking vessel, on off for the use of, and a stirring stick for the use of. Yeah, I know, Scott. I'll move it before he comes home from school, mate. I'm not sure. I'll move it. He was whinging yesterday because I put some on his table. Dad, that's your side. It's my side. Will that be right enough? Oh, yeah, that'll be better enough. That'll do us anyway. That will work. That'll work. Don't open it after this. Because it's only, oh no, 20 minutes. This should take another 5 minutes to do this. I think there's not a lot we can do now until that's dry. And this is dry after this bit. So we'll just have to sit here and chat, I suppose. Discuss what everybody's doing, what you're working on, your plans and hopes and dreams and aspirations. If you have any. I'm assuming you have hopes and dreams and aspirations and things you're working on. And that's a bit funny. Well, actually, no, it's not so bad. Yeah, it's a bit funny. Where did I put it there? This is where it goes terribly wrong. Oh, for goodness sake, Paul, they're messing you about again, man. Doctor's appointment, hospital appointment, or doctor's appointment cancelled again. How many times is that now? It's a couple of times now, isn't it? But then, of course, with the world on fire, you know, you need busy people at the moment, doctors and places like that. At least that's not something next Thursday. At least you're not having to wait too long, mate. A little longer won't hurt. Hope your pain in the side is gone. Well, if he's in pain, a little longer will hurt, won't it? Because he's hurting. Do not worry about your Lynn sometimes. Right then, so we'll just give this a bit of a pour. Like that. Like that. Wiggle it about a bit. Only able to come at the top. Then we turn it out a bit at the bottom. Boom. Good. Well, that was that. That's how simple it is to make. What mod? Now it's just time. Time, the great healer. Right, so I'll stick that. I can't stick it on Tommy's bench, it's full of stuff already. It's a moment and chat and Tom about. That's basically stuff now. We can't actually do anything now. It's all down to drying times, but then that's the hobby. That's the nature of the game. We will have to wait. Dave, making more rocks or just a mess? Both, Lynn. Both. That's what the fun is. The fun is making stuff and making a mess at the same time. That's it. It cleans up all right eventually. Oh. So let's have a look at the chat. Who's doing what? Anybody? So is anybody actually doing anything? Like building anything or making anything? Oh, kidney stone. Ooh, yeah, you can keep them, mate. Paul, you can keep them. Ooh. Oh, like trying to pee a bowling ball. Playing. Oh, for goodness sake. Final Fantasy 14. Oh, do not worry about you. I really do. My daughters are playing that. Kimberly's playing that. And my son. He's playing that. One's playing it on the Xbox and one's playing it on the PS4. No. Oh no, Kimberly's got a PC version now. It's building up the energy to make another coffee. Oh dear. What are you like? You haven't actually, have you actually done anything for a little bit, Sped? I've not seen any work with you for a little bit, mate. So you'll put it on the floor and step on it when you get up to it. Of course it will, Lynn. That's the whole point of putting it on the floor. Yeah, Lynn's building up the energy to go back to work. She had 2 days off and loved it. This is my second day off, so I'm back to work tomorrow. But never mind. And then my next day off is next Wednesday. Blimey. Oh well. It'll get to that stage again. It'll be like that thing on television about day 6 in a big Buddha house and Dave's had enough. That's what it'll be like later. Yeah, Jeff there. Worldwide molasses will end soon. It's like very few are able to work on anything fun now. Yeah, true. It is a strange old world at the moment, but never mind. It'll all be over soon. It'll be fine. It'll all be over soon. When like I said, when Yellowstone super volcano erupts, that's it. That's the final end boss of 2020, and then reset. I said I would actually, wouldn't I? That would reset the world. Never mind. You don't know. It might not. It might. You never know. It's Mother Nature. Just when you laugh and say, ha, we've got the bet with you now, Mother Nature. You don't scare us. She's like, here, hold me beer with me fag. I'll just sort these buggers out. Yeah, you haven't, have you, Spud? Nothing since the time at L1M. Yeah, the mojo. The mojo gets you. Yeah. Thing is though, if you try and force it, you just can't get it back, can you? Paul's the same. I think it just comes back naturally, mate. That's the only thing, isn't it? It's just if I do that, if I lose my mojo block, especially I have a little bit on these zombie side figures. I must admit I've lost my mojo totally on them because there's so many of them to do, and it's not enjoyable. They're not nice to paint. They're not fantastic sculpts. And I've done a few back to my Warhammer stuff. These Sylvaneth army up together, just because there's so much nicer to paint than the zombie side figures are terrible. But I need to get back on with that as well. But I can't because I don't want to. You know what I mean? It's that you force yourself to do it. You're not going to do a good job of it. You're just going to make a mess. So I will do. Give it on my holiday. I think I'm going to set aside a couple of days on my holiday to crack through a few hundred of them. And the zombie side figures. I've done a couple of hundred now. There's still about another 400 to do. Covered in that bloody. Oh, it's making me itch now. Plaster of Paris. Lynn's doing the Metal Earth stuff. Oh no, I can't be doing that stuff. Honestly, I hate the stuff. I'm sorry, Lynn, but I hate that Metal Earth stuff. It just does my tree. Poke the little wire in, twist it. Oh no, the little peg, give it a twist, and then try to get the circles. The 3 tiger tanks I had to do was like, oh, it just did my tree in. That was enough for anybody. Doing all the road wheels and that, and then the tracks, and I just horrible. Hated them, but never mind. Let's have a look then. So what's on that we know of? It's gone 1:45, so we'll do a quick Monday making times. What day are we on? Thursday. It's an evening with Chris tonight, 8 o'clock. Friday. This is just stuff I've got written down. Friday, Fox. Natalie doing a Dexterous Crafter on Friday evening at 8. Saturday, Lewis will be doing his Lancaster. Fox is doing his Skyrim. There's the Crash with James and Carl and Colin and Lewis on Saturday evening. Sunday are the important ones. Model for Heroes. James is on after that, and then Colin and Dave are on at 12:30 with a Sunday brunch. 3 o'clock it's Fox again. 6:15 it's Dad with his in between shows, and then 8 o'clock it's Chris. Then what we got? Monday is nothing really apart from emails at 9 o'clock. It's starting to be a bit of a boring day Monday now. So if somebody wants to start a YouTube channel as well and they're looking for a gap, Monday's your gap. I don't know if Colin and Dave are doing something. It may be Colin and Dave. Check on Colin's website or Dave's. Check on Festa's YouTube thing and always Facebook and see what Colin and Dave are doing this week, because they do odd bits now and again, don't they, as well? So tune into Colin's stuff and see what him and Dave are doing. Tuesday evening is the usual. It's Phil Primetime Modelling with Dad and myself, helping him out. And then don't forget the important one. It's on the banner at the bottom. On the 30th at 7 p.m. over ISM's page is the Models for Heroes charity auction. So please support that one. Join in. It's a fantastic charity, as well as the one that Looks Natural does. The one there with charities, but Models for Heroes. So have a look at that. Join in. Have a bit of fun. Spend a bit of pennies, and everybody's happy then. And that's it. So it's a bit of a short one this week because we've covered. I just did it too quick, didn't I? I just flew through it too quick. Never mind. It's all down to drying times now. So next week, what we'll do is we'll get some. What I'll do is in the week. Throughout the week, what I'll do is I will fasten the rock work onto Skull Cave's base, and then next week it'll all be dry and we can get on with painting it. So next week we'll be texturing and painting it, and then that should actually get it all finished and done. And then the week after that, I haven't got a clue. We'll come up with something. We'll think of something to do. So as always, thank you all for coming in, especially old Nux Natural there for his nipping in. It's nice to see somebody that I actually physically know face to face, and he's a nice bloke. So thanks for nipping in, guys. And then I'll see you next week. And don't forget, there is a nasty, nasty virusy buggy thing going around. So wash your hands and keep the change, you filthy animals. And I'll see you next week. How'd you turn this? Mother, how'd you turn this thing off? I found it.